Words to know. Use a blue word to tell about something you did. City. They moved to the city from the country. Myself. I took the box into the house all by myself. School. He met many new friends at school. Party. They had a party for their new classmate. 7. She will bring 7 apples to school. Buy. She will buy a plant for her friend. Please. Please play with us, they said. Family. They invited the family to come in. Read and comprehend. Understanding characters. Remember that you can learn a lot about what story characters are like from their words and actions. Use what the characters say and do as clues. Figure out how they feel and why they act the way they do. You can list the clues or text evidence on a chart. Summarize. Stop to tell about the important events as you read. Preview the topic. Learning about our country. We live in the United States of America. People have come to this country from all over the world. You learn about our country at school. You can read books about our country too. What do you know about our country? You will read about a boy who moves to the United States in the new friend. Understanding characters. Tell about characters, words, actions, and feelings. Genre. Realistic fiction is a story that could happen in real life. As you read, look for characters who act like real people, events that could really happen. Meet the author. Maria Pansel. Maria Pansel lives in Spain. She writes her books in Spanish. Many of them have been translated into English, including El Amigo Nuevo. Meet the illustrator. Ed Martinez. Ed Martinez grew up into a painter in the family. His father was an artist. As a boy, Mr. Martinez got started by drawing horses. Now he draws pictures for magazines and books. The new friend. Essential question. What can you learn from someone who is from another country? Martin, Luis, and I lived in the city. Next door was an old house. No one had lived there for a long time. Analyze the text. Narrator. Who is the narrator? Why do you think so? One day, our crew came with pails and brushes. They started to wash and paint the empty house. After they were done and the paint had dried, the house looked pretty and new. The next day, a big truck pulled up. It was full of crates and boxes. A crew unloaded the boxes off the truck. A new family would soon live there. Today, Luis went over to the house next door. He met a boy called Makoto. Then we all met Makoto. Makoto was 7 years old, just like us. Before long, we found out that Makoto played soccer. He could keep running and running. He was good at learning things too. He learned all of our names by the end of the game. Soon Makoto's family was all moved in. We met his mother and father. They were glad that Makoto had made some new friends. While Makoto's mother and father went to buy food, Makoto stayed and played with us. When Makoto's mother and father rejoined us, Martin, Makoto, and I helped them carry the bags into the house. Makoto said he would show us around his house. Then we went up to look at Makoto's room. Makoto still had a lot of boxes to unpack. He had some nice toys and kites. He said that on the next windy day, we could bring his kites outside and fly them. He said I could fly a kite by myself. Then we went outside to look at Makoto's pictures from Japan. He had them in a green book. On the first page, we saw Makoto's old house in Japan. On the next page, we saw Makoto's family in Japan. The last page had pictures of Makoto's friends. They showed Makoto's 7th birthday party. Makoto said he wishes we could meet his old friends. At the end of the day, Makoto's mother and father repaid us for helping with cookies. We said please and thank you and ate up. Makoto's father said he had a new job in the city. Makoto would be going to our school. We were all glad about that. Analyze the text. Understanding characters. What are Makoto's parents like? Use text evidence and the pictures. We said goodbye to Makoto and his mother and father. Then we went home to our families. We were glad to have a new friend next door. Comprehension. How to analyze the text. Use these pages to learn about understanding characters and the narrator. Then read the new friend again. Understanding characters. You read about a character named Makoto in the new friend. Think about what Makoto says and does in the story. You can use these clues or text evidence to figure out how he feels and what he is like. List clues about Makoto and the other characters to help you understand them better. Use a chart like this one. Words, actions, feelings. Narrator. Sometimes the character tells the story. This character is the narrator. The narrator may use words like I, me, and we. Which character in the story New Friend do you think is telling the story? Why do you think so? Look for the text evidence in the words and pictures to help you figure it out. Your turn. Return to the essential question. Turn and talk. What can you learn from someone who is from another country? What do you think the boys in the story will learn from Makoto? Describe how the boys and Makoto feel about each other. Use text evidence. Classroom conversation. Talk about these questions with your class. 1. How do you think Makoto feels about moving to a new place? 2. What are Makoto's new friends like? 3. How would you make a new friend feel welcome? Write about reading. Response. Read pages 170 and 171 again. What do you learn about Makoto? Use evidence from the words and pictures in the story for more clues about what Makoto is like. Write sentences to tell your opinion of Makoto. Give reasons. Writing tip. Your last sentence should be a nice ending. It can tell your opinion again. Informational text give facts about a topic. It can be a newspaper, magazine, or textbook. Read to find facts about symbols of our country. Headings are titles, for different parts of a selection. They tell what the section is about. What headings do you see in this section? What information do they give? Symbols of Our Country by Agatha Jane. We live in the United States of America. This city is Washington, D.C. It is the capital of the United States. You can see and learn a lot here. Let's go! American flag. The flag is a symbol of the United States. The red and white stripes stands for the first 13 states. The star stands for each state that is part of the United States now. Washington Monument. George Washington was our first president. This tall building is named for him. This painting of George Washington is in the White House. Lincoln Memorial. Abraham Lincoln was our 16th president. You can see his statue at the Lincoln Memorial. White House. The president works and lives here. People from all states vote for the person they want to be president. Capitol Building. Voters from each state elect people to represent them. This is where they make laws. Supreme Court. Judges work here. They decide how laws should be followed. Constitution. Mount Rushmore. You can see symbols of our country all over the United States. We are very proud of our country. Liberty Bell. Statue of Liberty. Compare texts. Text to text. Look it up. What country is Makoto's family from? Find out about that country's flag. Find out about other symbols of that country. Text to self. Describe a symbol. What American symbol do you like best? Tell what it looks like. Give reasons why you like it. Text to world. Connect to social studies. What changes happen when people move to a new country? What stays the same? Talk with a group. Grammar. Contractions. A contraction is a short way of writing two words. This mark apostrophe takes the place of missing letters. It is called an apostrophe. It is a very big truck. It's a very big truck. He is helping his dad. He's helping his dad. This box is not too heavy. This box isn't too heavy. I do not know what is in it. I don't know what is in it. Try this. Read each sentence. Write the contraction for the underlined words. Use another sheet of paper. 1. I am happy to meet a new friend. 2. Today he is moving next door. 3. Jamal is not finished unpacking. 4. I do not know what games he likes. 5. His toys are not on the shelves yet. Grammar in writing. When you proofread your writing, be sure you have written contractions correctly. Narrative writing. Sentence fluency. A good story usually has some short sentences and some long ones. The Val drafted a story about two friends. Later, he made a long sentence by joining two short sentences with and. Revised draft. Bert picked a bunch of apples and packed them up. Revising checklist. Did I write some short and long sentences? Does my story have a beginning, middle, and an ending? Did I write the exact words as a character says? Did I use time order words? Find short and long sentences in the Val's story. Use the checklist to revise your own draft. Final copy. Best friends. Bert and Al lived in a beehive. They were best friends. They both flew fast. They both liked apples. Then Al moved south where there were no apples. Al called Bert. "I'm so sad," he said. Soon they had an idea. Bert picked a bunch of apples and he packed them up. Then he got on a jet. When Bert got to Al's house, Al was so happy. The friends had juicy apples to celebrate.